Hey guys, I'm Wes, one of the co-founders of Compa.
And I'm Aiden, the second co-founder of Compa.
So we just thought it'd be a cool idea to set up a camera and start talking about who we are, what Compa is if you haven't heard of it, where we've been and where we want to go with it, and just sort of treat it as a conversation.
Yeah, get to know us a little bit more.
Yeah. So I think what would be cool is to sort of start from the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Explain like
How
where
Compa became Compa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what was it before Compa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so basically, Wes and I, when we were starting out, we were building websites for people, and I remember Wes coming in, and Wes knew a lot about Framer, and I remember we had a day, and you taught me all about Framer and trying to use Framer, and then it's like, you know what, will be so much easier if I just create a kit that we can both use to help us build this website. And then you created this kit, which was, I found super helpful. And it was every single day.
Because one of, like, even just a little bit more on that, because you didn't know anything really about Framer, and the hardest part about learning it and like teaching it even was just showing from scratch. When you're trying to learn everything at once, it's like learning Framer but also learning web design, and then like the two together are really this weird thing to sort of learn. And to simplify the process, we're like, what if you didn't have to learn design, development and Framer all at once? And I think that's sort of where those like the sections came from.
Well, I remember we were designing, like it all started with us, how most web design starts, designing in Figma. And then we were like, you know what, how much easier would this be if we could just do it straight? Because we were designing in Figma, then rebuilding in Framer. And when we were rebuilding in Framer, that's when, because I was doing most of the rebuilding stuff, it was like, you know what, like I'm just repeating the same task over and over again.
Something we can cut something out
how
here.
Do we cut this out? And that's when blocks originally back then became this UI kit that, you know, we were getting all this value out of. So Wes was like, you know what, I wonder if other people in the Framer community,
because I was spending a lot of time on like making it really user friendly. I'm like, this is just for us. It doesn't have to be that way. So like, let's find out if other people would actually get some value out of this.
And then did a post on the Framer community page. We were excited because to us it went viral, and it was
on the Framer community forum. Did really well. It was trending for like a week or two. I think it was the top trending post. And that just all came down to a bunch of people commenting on it, wanting to use it, wanting more components, wanting it to be bigger, wanting more out of it, which was really exciting to us.
Well, I think for us as well, we were building websites for clients, and we went, you know what, maybe we can focus our energy and time on this UI kit and see, you know, not just giving it away for free, but if this is something that people actually will get value out of, if people will pay for it to help them with their design process. And that's when we launched Blocks as more of a business model, where we were selling a remix link. And, you know, even on our launch, like we had a wait list to launch, and that was successful.
That did really well. That was exciting.
Which was the first sort of big excitement for us. And, you know, like Wes was really active on his Twitter posting, and just through that grew your audience from like
zero. It was honestly at zero. I think I joined Twitter for the web design community, and I'd like said hello, you know, commented on a few posts and stuff. Didn't really post anything until we started building Blocks at the time, and that's when it went from like maybe I had 20 and it was just like other people that I sort of knew, to I mean whatever it is now. So I think it's like it grew to like 1,000 just from posting all of this sort of stuff for Blocks. And
it was relatively quick, just resharing stuff.
It was really quick.
Through that's when Colin reached out to Wes, which was a great day for both of us.
So if you don't know, if you're not like if you sort of just you dabble in Framer, don't know much about the team or anything, Cohen, one of the CEOs of Framer, he reached out to me on Twitter because of, I think, some of the success that the posts that we've been putting out for Blocks, how that was doing. And he reached out and he basically said, Blocks is looking good. It's like, thank you. Do you have any JavaScript knowledge? And I sort of knew, to be fair, I knew where this was going. Like, I heard on the grapevine that plugins was going to be a thing. I think they teased it for a while. And I assumed that he was about to ask us if we wanted to turn Blocks into a plugin. So when he asked me if I had any JavaScript experience, I'm like, oh yeah. No, I don't. But I told him I did because I really wanted that. And that's when he asked. He's like, do you want to turn Blocks into a plugin? And immediately it was a big fat yes.
Yeah.
We really, I think at the beginning when we first teamed up, I just wanted to have someone who would help build websites with me, and Aiden wanted to straight away was like, let's build a SaaS. We don't have the capacity.
We can't do it.
Yeah, none of us know how to code. But then it was sort of handed to us by this figure, by Cohen, who we both sort of respect, and how could you say no?
Yeah.
Right? So that's where it sort of took a turn. We knew obviously we needed to build this thing.
I remember Wes would send me like prototypes that they wouldn't work. Like, this is how we want it to work. Like, this is an idea.
I exaggerated. Like, I do know a little bit about coding, but like nothing, really, nothing. But had some prototypes we could sort of drag and drop, but we're like, okay, we need help. We need some serious help if this is actually gonna be anything close to how we really want it.
Launch. Like, we both knew, and we'd built it up as well in our heads for launch. This is a big deal. We need this to work and not just be a prototype.
Yeah.
And that's when luckily Wes worked at Insert Frame.
Ooh. Yeah, so I work at Insert Frame. You might have heard of Insert Frame if you're on like the design YouTube for Framer with Ryan Haywood. And we have on the team a developer, his name's Isaac, and we went straight to him. We know how incredible he is. We just straight away asked, can you help us turn this remix link that we have, which is basically just some components and text styles and color styles, can you help us turn this into a plugin? Yeah. And he was nice enough to say yes. Yeah. He wanted to help us, and we're so grateful for that.
If you don't know, he built 5 Framer plugins. So.
Yeah, 5 of the plugins that came out at launch he had something to do with.
Yeah.
So he's a gun. So Isaac's an absolute weapon, and we're so glad to have him on our team. And
that led to we were there. If you watched the announcement of plugins, we were there. We launched, which we were super excited about. But like any sort of software, you don't launch without some sort of bugs. There's always something that goes wrong.
It would be wrong if nothing went wrong. That would be weird. So we launch had its hiccups. That's for sure.
And so I think for the first week or so, or 2 weeks, we didn't actually, everyone had everything for free, all components, which in hindsight was a good thing. We were actually happy about it because everyone got to see what Compa can do and how it has become like transformed from this UI kit to this plugin. But along that process, that's when I guess any business as they grow, we realized we've got to register as a company. We in that process got reached out to by another company who was already registered and already had the name trademarked Blocks. So
to be fair, they were very nice about it.
Yeah, they were very nice about it.
But that was fine. We knew, obviously, we hadn't looked well enough. We had no idea it was going to grow this much. No. So picking the name Blocks, I guess, wasn't an afterthought, but we didn't look into it as much as we
Should have.
looked into our new name, Compa.
Yeah.
So we registered that. We're now
officially a company.
We've incorporated. We've sold out. No, we are now officially Compa Design Pty Ltd.
Yeah. Which that was an exciting day for us as well.
It was a huge day. Yeah, that was awesome.
Which was awesome, but you know,
for us as a company,
it's not just,
we can say that now.
Exactly.
Big day for us as a company.
But it doesn't just come from nowhere either. Compa, if you don't know, is a mix of companion and components. So, I mean, that comes from this idea and this direction that we're wanting to go into, which is, you know, Compa is your go-to design companion, right? We want to focus on, by default, when you use Compa, you're gonna speed up your design process. It is just gonna happen. But you know, we've spoken about it, and we want this to be something that, you know, when you use Compa, you know, you're gonna be staying creative.
Yeah, we really want to focus. I think there's a lot, even if you scroll through Twitter, like the design Twitter for like a day, you'll see 1,000 tools that are going to help you build quicker, design quicker, do whatever quicker. And we sort of live in this world where anything you build is going to help you do something quicker. And that's not really our goal. Of course, that's a huge part of it, but that's just naturally going to happen. We're so much more excited by the idea of helping people stay creative and even pushing along those people who not just want to stay creative, but are feeling intimidated by the creative process to really give them a leg up there with their creativity, help them find themselves more.
Yeah. So that's where a lot of our focus is going, in the direction of, you know, we don't want you to be having to do mundane tasks that take you away from being creative. We want to help build Compa to have these tools, even the color styles, textiles, you know, there's other updates coming in the future that, you know, we want to help you go from, like Wes touched on, no idea to a website, you know.
From just having absolutely no idea how to build, but also what you want to build, to just something you can type in www.mysite, you know. That's where we want to, that's where we're going to take Compa next.
Exactly. So. And you'll see starting and very, very shortly on this channel, also on our website, we're going to be announcing you may have already heard, but Compa Academy.
We've had it teased on our website for a while, just like grayed out and says soon, coming soon. Yeah. But yeah, that's something we've wanted to have for a long time, and we're finally getting around to, we've had to push it back, but like so many times, but we finally, we've got quite a bit of it planned, ready to film, and we're going to start filming probably like next week. We have no date planned for when it's going to come out, at least not one that we're going to officially say, in case like all things happen, like it always happens with like any business, or especially the tech industry, it might get pushed back. So we're not going to give you a date, but we're really excited to get on top of that and push it out as soon as possible. Education is just one of those things that we really want to take care of. We want to make sure there's really robust education for not just how to use Compa, the plugin, but how to use plugin to make your life easier, how to use Compa to be more creative. We have a few things planned, and there's been plenty of times where we've had to push that back due to us both being in totally different countries. Obviously, right now we're not, and if you see us shivering, that's because we're outside in Manchester, UK.
It's December right now, and it's the first time I think Wes and I, our whole lives have been cold in December. So we're obviously from Australia, you can tell from our accents, hopefully. But now that we're both together, we're running things a lot quicker, running things a lot smoother, and we're gonna start filming this Compa Academy very soon, very soon. What helps us build quicker and create, you know, the number one design companion which we want to create is your help. We want feedback right now. Our goal is to just have as many people as possible using Compa, and you know, that's why we've got this free plan. You know, you don't have to pay to use Compa. You can use Compa and we just want to hear how it's going. You know, we want to hear
Yeah.
the direction you want us to take. If something that helps you to create easier or even design better, if there's a tool you can think of that you're like, oh,
Wish
this
you would
be
add
cool.
this.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
would be super helpful. We'd love to hear it.
Yeah, we've got plenty
Yeah.
of places where you can come and say hello and tell us about these dreams that you have for the plugin.
Yeah.
We've got a Discord, like a community Discord, that we love to hang out with you guys who are currently there. Let's grow it.
Yeah,
Let's do more there. So come and say hello there. But then also, if you want to see what we're up to, and you can leave a comment on our Twitter. I guess we're very active there. That's probably where you'll get the most updates if you're not on the Discord. But really, I'd love to have people on the Discord.
Yeah.
I'm really keen to grow that. So definitely come and say hello there.
We want it to be an open line of communication. You know, we genuinely want to hear which direction you think Compa should take. You know, and if you want to see more,
we're building this for you guys. So
yeah.
If we started building this for ourselves, and we're not anymore. Like it's outgrown that. So it's not just about what we want
for ourselves in terms of like something to help us design.
Yeah.
You know, and now we want it to be something to help you design, as well as us. We use, I don't think, since Compa's announced, I don't think we've built a website without using Compa.
Oh yeah, yeah, no chance.
We use it every day.
No chance. Yeah.
But yeah, and if you want to see more of sort of these types of videos, you know, following along more behind the scenes, more in terms of updates and future updates, definitely follow along.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah, and let us know if something you enjoy.
Cool. And say hello on the Discord.